Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thanks for stopping by today. What are you guys up to for Whip Wednesday? Do you have a whip you are working on? Or are you like me and have multiple whips you're working on today? Let's see, what have I got going on here on my desk? I have a pair of tiny shoes that I'm trying to work on. I have Snooky the ghost that I need to work on some more. I decided to change mine up just a tad bit, so I'm slowly working on that. I like his little arms though. Can y'all see his little arms? And they're going different directions, and I like that because it kind of gives him motion. If they were exactly the same, he would look stationary. But I like, when I do amigurumis, I like to do them, you know, a little bit of motion to them, such as, and you may not even think this is anything, but to me, I see it, and that's all that matters. But on his arms, this one is flat, like this, and this one is flat like that. Now, it kind of gives him a little motion, animation to him. Makes him look like he's actually moving or doing something. To me, it does. You may not see it, and that's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to agree with me, but it's the truth. Anyway, so his arms are definitely different. One is, you know, like waving high. One is like actually, you know, where he could actually be doing something. Although, you know, they can't, but... And the same thing for her. Her arms are different too. Actually, I was meaning to put her arms just the opposite of what they are, but it didn't happen. I think that's that day I was trying to figure out what I was doing with. I was trying to use that other glue gun and kept messing up, and I'm good that it come out like that. But anyway, so his arms, you know, one is down and one is up. I didn't do that intentionally. That's just the way it came out, crocheting it, because you have this made and then you crochet into the stitch, and it just ended up like that. But I like it because it gives him a little motion, like he's actually moving, you know. Okay, that's okay if you don't see it. I'll forgive you. So I have that going on. Plus, uh-oh, I dropped my yarn. Well, I mean, it's not a very big thing, so I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then I have this tiny spider. I just got to make the legs for it and put the eyes in. That'll be a quick make. And this should be a fairly quick make. And Snooky, the ghost, it may take a little while longer. I may work on it a little bit today, but I still got a few rows to do on that. And then I have this pink Millie that I've been working on, and that's how long she is so far. I don't work on her a lot at a time. Like, I need to stuff. Yeah, I need to stuff her before I can work on her anymore. I don't work on her a lot at a time, just a couple of rows here and there in between working on other things or whatever, you know. So, and then I still have to do her muzzle and her tongue, but she's coming along. So that is my whips in progress today. Millie, Snooky, the tiny shoes, and the tiny spider. So that's what all I'm going to be working on today. So why don't you grab yourself a drink, a snack if you need it, and some projects to work on. And let's work on our projects and hang out. Today I am drinking some caramel coffee with sweet creamer in it. This is a cup I bought at Dollar Tree. They had this one, and they had a green one that had some eyes, and I think the green one was supposed to look like Frankenstein, but it really didn't. And they might have had a white one that went with this set. I think it was 3. But you see how the bottom of this is? That's what I was trying to describe in yesterday's video. The bottom, it reminds me of those stacking cups that go in those wire, it's like a wire rack that stands up tall, and it has these cups. You can put your cups in it. Like usually it'll come with like a set of cups. I know I've seen these at Walmart. I even seen some at Dollar General. They were Halloween, white Halloween ghost cups that stack like that on a wire. But you know, you see these sometimes. I used to see them at Bed and Bath and Beyond a long time ago when I used to go in there. But anyway, that's what these cups remind me of, the way that this is down here. Now, I did not see any of those wire stacking cage things or whatever. Rack, whatever you want to call it. I did not see any of those at Dollar Tree for the cups, but I'm just saying that's what the cups remind me of, the way that they could stack on that, and they would be stacked in the cups, stacked in the cups in that wire tower rack thingy, majiggy, whatever. I don't know. Yesterday, I made a mistake when I was saying that I had ordered these little tennis shoes. I said I ordered them off of Amazon. I did not. eBay, okay? Sometimes I say the wrong thing. But I just didn't want anybody looking and searching on Amazon for these, wondering, well, I don't see them. No, I got them from Amazon, and it was the only package I saw on there, I think. Sometimes you can find Woobles and stuff on Amazon. Sometimes people put, eBay, I'm sorry, eBay. But keep in mind, people put some crazy prices on stuff. Don't think those are really selling, because that's why they're sitting there. If you watch things and you go back and you check every day, those same items will be sitting there a month later at that crazy stupid price. So don't think nobody's paying those prices. People are actually buying the ones that people put up, you know, like a cheap buy it now, just, you know, they're trying to just get rid of it. That's what people are buying, not these crazy $100, you know, several $100s for some crazy kit that they think is rare and hard to find or whatever. Okay, just wanted to clear that up, that it didn't come from Amazon. I'm going to work on my spider legs. And I think I'm finished with the pink, so I can move that. Give me one less thing to get tangled up in, right? Lord knows, tangled up and messed up enough around here. So yeah, tell me what you're working on today. What's keeping you busy? I have plenty of little small projects here that I just want to get finished up and get off my desk, so I can get things put together and move on to the next project. I do have some things coming up that I want to share with you guys. Some, you know, new projects or things that I consider fun. Maybe you will too. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But I need to get to the point where I can do that. So part of that is getting these little projects off my desk. I finished one set of legs, and now I'm on the second set of legs for the spider. And that'll be done, except for gluing them on. So yeah, tell me what you're working on today, whether it's a crochet project, diamond painting, knitting, dishes, laundry, whatever. Just tell me what you're up to today. And what is your drink of choice today? If you're drinking something, do you drink something while you're crocheting? Yeah, I decided to get me some caramel coffee with my sweet cream. It's that International Delight sweet cream conditioner, not conditioner. Golly. Creamer. Conditioner. Oh my gosh. Trust nothing I say. Oh, golly. I don't know. Paige came this morning, got me squared away with meds and all that kind of stuff. And then before she left, I got to feeling really sick. And so I took it easy for a little bit. And then I was like, I got to get up from here. I got things I got to get done. So I'm trying. Yeah, so a spider has 8 legs, so I'm doing 4 on each side. They're easy to make. These little legs are easy to make. It's just, you know, kind of tedious because it is a small project, and a lot of times little small projects are little things that's easy to finish, but it's tiny. I don't want to do them. Because it is tedious. Like, those are trying to creep up here on me. So this is the last one, I believe. That will give me 4 over there on this side. Then I'm going to try to finish up or make another shoe. Yeah, someone had asked, how do the Woobles wear shoes if they don't have feet? You just set them on it, okay? You just set them on it. They don't really wear the shoes. Just imagination. Alright, I'm going to, what do I need to do? I feel like I need to tie this in a knot. Not a tight knot, but just to get those strings like up out of the way. And secured. Next week I have 2 doctor's appointments in Shreveport. That is going to be a hard week on us. If they were back to back, I would say we would need to spend the night. But they are not back to back. One is on the 24th and one's on the 26th. So we'll have to come home, have a day at home, and then go back. That's going to be really, really hard on me and Big Daddy too. It's going to be so hard on us. But I don't see any other way around that. We can't stay 2 nights over there. That would mean we would stay Wednesday night and Thursday. We'll have an appointment on Wednesday, and then that would mean we would stay Wednesday night and Thursday night, and then go to my appointment on Friday, and then come home. That would just be, that would be just too expensive to stay 2 nights over there. If it was 1 night and then it was the appointment, yes, they're back to back. But having a day in between, I don't know. So just trying to figure out what we need to do. It's going to be so hard coming up, going. Normally after a day, a trip to Shreveport for a doctor's visit, the next day, I'm in so much pain from riding that car, I can't even move. So the next couple of days, actually. So I will be in a lot of pain. And then on the day that we have to go back over there, on Friday, I'll still be in a lot of pain. Okay, so I need to figure out, that's my bottom part right here, so it's kind of what it's going to look like, but I need to put some eyes, and I'm trying to decide what eyes. I could put some black eyes. That's all I got left of that brown. I didn't ever tie this off because I was thinking I may have to use that brown, but I may go ahead and let that be like the coffin shape, which I don't know. And put RIP in it. And maybe it would look like a coffin shape, but I'm really not into that, so I don't know. This is what it's supposed to look like. A little tiny coffin. I guess if you put the RIP, it would look more like a coffin, but I'm trying to figure out why I need one. I don't know. So that's not really a whelp because I'm probably not going to do anything with it. But I need some eyes for this one. And I do have some glow-in-the-dark yarn left over from various projects and probably even that project. And so I'm looking, that's what I'm doing right now, is kind of looking through my bucket over here beside me. And of course, finding every little packet. Oh, there it is. Except that's the last one I picked up. There wasn't enough yellow to do a whole nother body, but it's enough white there to do some eyes for this one. Bear with me. Okie dokie. Now let's see. There is a needle right there. Okay. Where am I going to put these eyes? How did I do that one? I can't even see that black yarn. Dang it. That dang black yarn. So I can put an eye here and an eye here. And that might look okay. Okay, I'm going to come up from here. Trying to make sure, okay, yeah, I was trying to make sure that it didn't try to go through that tube yarn because it's not meant to go through it. Okay. And then I'm going to go stitch under this and come back out the same stitch Oh no. It caught some of the brown yarn on the inside, that the tails in there, and brought it through. But I can fix it. I can fix it. So now I need to bring this one out down here in the same hole. There it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna snip this and take a needle with a bigger head and poke that back down in there. Okay. I'm gonna tie this off. Okay, I'm not gonna hot glue it right this second, because I don't have my hot glue gun. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and plug it up, get it ready to go. I'm gonna take the head of this needle and poke that down in there. Alright, so I do have eyes. I need to pull them out just a little. Alright. He just needs his little legs now. Okay, while I was waiting on my hot glue gun to heat up, I went ahead and started working on this second little tiny shoe. So I'm going to lay that to the side and come back over here and get the spider done, just because I want to get it, you know, completed, get it all squared away. Let's see. And then my spider will go on those, just so. Actually, I'm going to see if I can't do something just like this, and then just put my spider right there. Okay, and that's why I put my green mat here, so I don't glue this to my desk mat. Okay. Holding it on there, just letting that glue cool so that it hardens. Okay, same thing on this side. I want to just put glue right there and then just put my spider right here on it. So right. Well, that's a cute little spider, brown and pink. And let me see, I didn't get this in there all the way. All right, there's my second little spider I've made. It has 8 little legs, and It pretty much looks like the spider, except different colors. They're about the same size. I don't know how I even did that in black. I have no idea how I did it. Somehow or another, I managed to get that done. It was not easy. And now the pink one, pink and brown one was much easier because I could see that so much easier. These are cute little quick makes. There we go. 2 spiders, and this one's eyes should glow in the dark. Alright, I'm going to put this card back in that package so I don't lose it. And I'm going to finish working on my shoe. Uh-oh. Okay, I need to clip my white yarn and tie those off. So I'm making progress. Got the spider done. Getting this shoe done. So I am making progress. I hope you're making progress on your whips. Let us know. Keep us updated of how it's going. And this is not glow-in-the-dark yarn, so I'm keeping that separate from my glow-in-the-dark yarns. Alright, I'm going to work on this some more. And this is the type of project where you're doing like 2 single crochets, 3 increases, 3 decrease. I mean, you know, it's just going all over the place. You have to really watch what you're doing and say it. I have to say it out loud as I'm doing it. Well, I've got the 2 shoes made. I got to go back and I'm gonna weave this little tail in, and then I got to go back and work on the soles a little more. There's maybe 2 rows, and then see what I'm supposed to do for the ties and all that. So I'm happy to be knocking out some projects. That's what this Wednesday is all about. Getting some things off my desk. Let's see. Trying to get this. Well, I only got it under 1 stitch. That's not weaving it into me. But it's in there. It's in there. We'll see. Let me go read these directions and see if I can figure out what's happening. Whew. One of them looks slightly larger than the other one. That's okay. Turns out I do need my white yarn again. I knew that before. But it's tangled up. But I gotta work on the soles of both of these shoes, which is it's real simple. I'm just slip stitching around it. Okay. Update on my pinky. It turns white, it turns red. It has some little dark tendencies in there. I don't know if you can see. I can see it right there. There's a little dark spot in my finger there. And I know a lot of you guys are saying to rest my fingers and not crochet. If I don't move it, blood is just going to pool in there. I have to keep my fingers moving to keep circulation going. If I keep it still, blood is just going to pool down there and it's going to die real fast. So I'm trying to prolong that as long as I can, whatever I need to do. So I'm going to keep my finger moving as long as I can. If I stop, it's going to just what's the word I'm looking for? It'll get real hard and stiff, and like I said, it'll turn black because blood will just pool in there. So it's best to keep it moving for circulation reasons. But I appreciate your prayers so very much. It's a wait and see type thing. I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen with it. I hope for the best, praying for the best, and I appreciate your prayers. I'm worried about it. I am very, very concerned about it. It would be devastating to lose it. But it may not come to that. It might not. Maybe it'll act right. It could. Okay, let's see. Keep on a-going. I keep hearing car doors like crazy out there, and I don't see a thing. Whew, almost done with this tennis shoe. Now, I'm going to slip stitch. These tails get in my way. Okay, let me see where I need to go. Over here. I think that tail is blocking my view. Okay. I'm gonna snip this. Oh man, did I snip the wrong thing? Yes. I snipped some off the tail that I already had there. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to tie these two together and pull the ends up on the inside of the shoe. Oh, I can see it looking more like a shoe. Hopefully, we'll see. I don't know. Is it like a shoe to you guys? I don't know. I was going to take these and let me see if I can't take a smaller hook and pull this yarn through somewhere down here in the white. Wait, I don't have quite enough fingers. Okay, that's not going to work because I can't hold the project and pull. Okay. Yeah. Alright, and I'm just going to stick these down in the shoe. It's not going to hurt anything. And I don't know, I hadn't seen anything about stuffing the shoe. But I would think they would need a little stuffing in there. Okay, there's shoe one. And it looks like we still have to put, you know, some strings on it. So I'm just not to that part yet, but I will be. I'm getting there. I'm happy that I'm getting these little tedious projects done. This is turned off. It's unplugged so that it's not hot. But I kept it out in case I needed it. I don't know if I need it for these shoes or not. Alright, I think I went overboard unraveling that. I forgot what I was doing, just a small little pretty project. Now I'm working on the sole of the last shoe, the second shoe. I think these would look better if I stuff them to, you know, give them a shoe shape. I think they'll look better then. But I need to read a little bit forward in the pattern and see, aren't I supposed to stuff them? I would think so. But no mention of it so far. How are you doing on your projects? Are you making progress? Keep me updated there. Oof. Now, this is where I had a little trouble in the last one. Because I just need to slip in here. And slip back out. Now, I think this one turned out a little better than my other one. Okay, I'm going to tie these and do the same thing I did on that other one. And am I recording? Yeah, I am. I didn't know if it was on pause or what. Okay, this one might look more like a shoe than the other one. Okay. Alright. Let's see if I can get both of these in at the same time. It'll just save a little step. Yes. Ugh. Alright. And then just stuff those in there. Yes, that looks more like a shoe than the other one did. Now the bottom of it looks kind of odd, but that looks like a shoe. Let me see, why don't this one look like that? I guess it does. I just had to shape it like that. Okay. And like I said, that one to my eye looks slightly larger. I don't know why it would be larger, but okay, let me see what I'm supposed to be doing. Nowhere on here does it say anything about stuffing this shoe, but I really feel like you should. So I need to make a little crisscross design. Let me see, I'm gonna put some needles in here. I'm not sure how far down to do this. Right here, I guess. Because it doesn't show it. It shows it a whole row up. Let me see. Let me see what I can do with that. Cut me off some yarn. It's probably too much, but I need something. I need to be able to work with it. You know what I'm saying? Okie dokie. If I go up from the bottom and up through here. Now, I'm not following their directions. Remember I got those strands on the inside. They're wanting to come out. Okay. You go back down in there. It's not your time to come out. Alright. Come on, quit being aggravating. Okay, so here is the crisscross of the shoelaces, right? Now, my tie. a knot right there, and one more knot. And this is on the bottom of the shoe, so I'm just going to clip this as close as I can. And tuck that in. Okay. Look at there. Okay. So I have the crisscross part. So now I need to tie a bow and put in here. So this is probably just about the right amount. So I need to go in here and out here, something like that. All right, let's see if I can tie a bow. I don't know if I can or not. Yeah. I don't know that I can tie this bow. I may have to wait and get Paige to see if she can tie that tomorrow. Yeah, I can't tie the bow. But if I can, it'll be like that. Say the shoes are untied. That's what it's like. But once she ties the bow, I might put a dot of hot glue on in the middle of it to make sure it doesn't come untied. So yeah, I guess it does look like a little teeny shoe. But what's it gonna look like on, say, Pierre? I don't know that you can even see the bow because his body's gonna be covering some of that up, right? But there's one tiny shoe. I'm gonna do the same thing to this next one. Okay, so I have my little shoes finished, except for they need to be tied in a bow, probably the ends trimmed, and I'm gonna put a dot of glue on them to hold them in that bow where they don't come unglued. And then the other thing that I'm working on is Millie. So we're running out of time for this video, but I'm gonna continue to work on Millie today and see how far I can get with her. It looks like I accidentally tapered the end down some. It looks like it's tapering down on its own without me realizing I'm tapering down. You get what I'm saying? Somewhere I think I lost a stitch in there. I don't know. Let me stuff it and then I'll see. But I'm just putting a little stuffing in there and then pushing it down. Try to meet up with that other stuffing. I'm just putting a little in at a time, and I'm not overstuffing it. I'm lightly kind of stuffing it because I do want my snake to be flexible so we can twist and turn and all that, and it's not too tight to do those things. So and I'm going to stuff it all the way up to almost the end. And then I'm going to see how many stitches I got going on there. Because I feel like it might have lost a stitch, but then it could be because it don't have any stuffing in it and it just looks smaller. So we'll see. But I hope you've all been having a great Wednesday and making progress with your whips. getting things done. I am happy with my accomplishments today. I wanted to get these little bitty half projects, you know, done and off my desk before they disappeared somewhere else, and you know, didn't know where they ended up and losing them and not being able to finish them. That happens a lot around here. Things just get, because I have different ones in and out of my home. There's Big Daddy might move stuff. You know, I might have Zeke to move stuff and help me around. Paige, you know, moves things around. And sometimes I just can't find where somebody put something. And then, of course, when I ask about it, nobody's seen it. No, I don't know. I hadn't seen that. You know, people just don't remember. It was like that when my boys lived at home too, and they would do a cleanup or something. They would just, you know, put things away. And, you know, a lot of times when people clean up, they clean up, and part of that is putting things away and hiding it in different places so that it appears clean, and it does look clean and tidy, but you can't find your stuff because it got put up too well, like, you know, shoved in a closet or something, and I don't know where it's at or can't get to it or whatever like that. That happens. So there, we got Millie out her stuff to the end. Let me see how many stitches I got here. Well, to be honest, I can't remember how many I had. To be quite honest with you, I don't even remember how many I had going on, so this could be right or it could be wrong. So I'm going to crochet on Millie a little bit and see if I can't get her to grow some more. I almost finished my cup of coffee. So cheers, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Happy Wednesday. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet.